Okay, so now let's get started, right? So I want to give you 6 things that you can be able to keep in mind if this is the route that you want to go, okay? 6 things, you can call these tips, you can call this ideas, you can call this suggestions, whatever you want to call them. But here are 6 of the key things that you must keep in mind if you want to go this route. Here's the first thing is you want to choose a framework. All of these companies here, let me just X off it. All of these companies here offer what's called a framework that they build their templates around. Got to just X this off here. All of them have a specific framework that they build their templates with. So I'm going to close this here. Now that's important for you to know. Okay, that's very important for you to know. Let's go back to their main website. Why is that important, Matthew, for me to know about the framework? Because a framework is going to determine how your sites look. It's pretty much, think of a framework like it's like a blueprint, something that gives you a good starting point, the backbones that you need to get started. Now, key thing to keep in mind with the framework is that you want something that's easy for you to learn. So let's take a look at the frameworks now that these guys offer. So you go to Joomla, they have the Helix Ultimate Framework. You can go and we can do a live preview so you can kind of see how that framework looks. So let's do a live preview. While that's loading, let's go over to Joomla, and we can take a look at the T4, the demo. So while that's loading, Rocket Theme, they have their own too. I just got to find where that link is, but they have their own framework that you can be able to use to build your websites with. So I'm going to get that link in just a minute. And then, of course, you have the Yo theme that they have their own framework that they use as well. We're going to take a look. So pretty much all of their sites are built with their framework. Okay. All the sites are built with their framework. So let's go back here now to the Joomla, for example. This is the Helix Ultimate Framework. So this is what you get. It's a great starting point. So you want to build a website. You're not really sure how to get started. You can get the framework, and the framework is going to come with this demo and the images that you can use. I tell people this: you want a framework that loads fast, something that is simple and easy for you to learn, because there's some frameworks that are easier and other frameworks can be very complicated if you're just getting started. And you want something too that is updated on a regular basis. Some companies build frameworks and they never update them for a very long time. You don't want to use a framework that doesn't get updated, quite often. So the Helix Ultimate get updated on a regular basis. It is one of the frameworks that I use a lot for my sites and for clients. The same thing too here with the T4 framework. It gets updated on a regular basis. Why is that important, Matthew? That is important because a lot of security updates, sometimes the version changes. You can use it with Joomla 4. You can use it with the Joomla 3. So the framework that you choose would determine the success of your club. I've had times when I'd say, let me try some frameworks, and I tried them and I regretted trying those frameworks because they did not work well. I don't want to name what those frameworks are, but just know that it was headache. So with the T4, you kind of do a browsing, and I tell people this: when you're looking at a framework, you want to do as much research about the framework as possible. Go to the demo, go to the preview, go to all the information about it. So right now we're looking at this preview here, the demo, but I tell people go over here and take a look at the docs, take a look at the overview, and just get as much information about the framework that you want to work with, so you understand how things look, how things are going to be. So with the T4, it gives you a ton of information that you need to know how it's going to look. Now, I'm not going to cover how to do this framework just yet because I have, videos and courses that cover how you can be able to use all these frameworks. But this is a drag and drop builder. That's important. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on. Advanced theme customization tool. You can be able to customize your theme. You can customize the framework. So whether you're doing it for yourself or for a client, you can be able to design it in a way that, it's easy for you to customize. Amazing mega menu builder. Some people like that. Other people may not want it. You have a lot of tools at your disposal, but this gives you an idea of how it looks. And it's a very simple framework for you to learn, different admin panel, and it tells you Bootstrap for. Now, if you don't know all this stuff don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry much about that. Now, for those of you who want to do this yourself, I would highly recommend that you spend time to go through it and learn as much as you can. For those of you that want to hire someone to start the templates club for you, I would recommend that you just kind of browse through it, but make sure that you have someone that understands what they're doing. So now let's go over to our Rocket theme. I'm just going to put in here, Rocket theme they have one called the gantry. So let's go here. So this is how it looks. Again, Rocket theme have a different way that they template, setup is. And if you're getting started as a beginner, it can be a little bit confusing for you to get a hang of it. But once you do with the framework, then you can be able to do a lot. It is highly customizable. You have so many different options that you can be able to do with the Rocket theme, the gantry. So this shows you the different layouts. It shows you how to, do a lot of things. You can download it, and it updates regularly, which is very vital. Okay, this is very key. You want something that get updated regularly. So this is what it looks like. So this is what the gantry looks like. This is what the T4 framework looks like. Let's go back. So you scroll down. What this means is that when you install it, this is how your site is going to look. From here, you can customize and you can tweak things on the back end of the website. But this is what you're going to get anytime that you install the framework. This is how it looks. And then, of course, you have the Your theme. They have their own framework as well. So when you scroll through here, you can see their templates. You kind of get a preview for it. And again, they're using their frameworks to build their templates. So however their website looks, you can be able to pull off something like that. And they have the page kit, the UI kit. So I'm just going to go, they have a lot of applications like the widget kit. They have the zoo, which gives you a ton of different things, which we're going to take a look at later on, additional extensions. So again, this just wraps up the part about frameworks. You want to go through all the frameworks that you can use to build. And then once you've decided on the framework that you want to go with, now you're asking Matthew, what framework should I use? How can I decide what framework to use? Again, that is up to you. Once you go through all of these, you can check out my courses. I have a lot of courses about these frameworks. You can see which one looks like it's easier for you to learn. Because I know anytime that you're learning something, some people want to get something that's easy for them to learn, So which one do I recommend? I've used them all. From my personal experience, I would say that if you're getting started and you want something that is very simple, right? You don't want to do a whole lot of headache, or well, not necessarily a headache, but you just want something that's simple. I will first recommend the Helix Ultimate, and I have a course for that, and also the T4 framework. Now, honestly, with the gantry here on the back end of it, if you're just first getting started, it can look like it's so much going on, like you don't know exactly what to click on, how to get it. But once you get the hang of it, then you can be able to to kind of get going from there. So I would say start first with the Helix or the T4 framework. Both of them really, very simple and straight to the point. So we'll move on now to the next item, which is page builders. These companies, they offer you the ability for you to build and customize your pages. Joomla have the SP page builder, which is very popular. Over 200,000 people, globally are using it. And let's take a look at it now. Now, what exactly is a page builder? When I started creating websites, we didn't have page builders back then. You had to hand code a lot of things. So creating just a simple page used to take forever to get it done. My goodness, it was so time consuming. Sometimes you make one error in a little code, your whole site just, have some type of layout problems, and this wouldn't work. So when page builders got introduced, it changed the game. So they have their own page builder called SP Page Builder, which I have a ton of tutorials for that you can check out. But in essence, what this does is, even if you've never created websites before, all you have to do is just drag and drop different elements throughout the page. So you don't have to be a pro to just find out, okay, what type of layout do I want? How do I want my website to look? You just drag and drop the different things that you want to put on a website. And that's how page builders work. The same thing too with Joomla. They have their own page builder, which is the T4. And you can try for free as well, just to see how that works. I always tell people this: if you want to build a template club, whenever they have something that's free for you to try, go for it. So this is how their setup is. You sign up here and you go to create your site. But whenever they have something that's free for you to try, give it a go, just to get a feel for what it looks like. You have different blocks you can be able to use. What you're looking at right now was built with the T4 page builder. Okay, so page builder is the next. Now, when it comes to Rocket Theme, they have their own page builder in the form of the gantry. But again, it gives you, like particles. It gives you certain blocks. It gives you layout variations that you can be able to use. So it gives you, different things that you can be able to build with. Okay, and then of course you have the U theme. This is the Pro here. You can try it out as well. Again, if you see try now, click on that button, give it a try, and just see how it works. So this is what they're showing you now, how you can be able to do. You can move things around. So let's say design and build your website visually. So as you're building it, things should happen as if it's done loading. Okay. So if you go on the left side here now, you click menu, you can be able to create different menus. You can be able to move things around. You can choose different styles. You can choose the theme. You can choose the colors, the width. That's the beautiful thing about page builders. They will save you so much time when you are working on a project, right? So you scroll through here, you look at the badge, the buttons. You can pretty much just drag anything on the page. You can edit things. You can customize things how you want it to be. So that's how this part here works. So you come through there and you see, I don't like this. You can change the background color. You can change the font. You can change literally everything on here. You can add comments. Okay, you scroll down, you can add drop caps, you can forms, all of those things there. You can be able to do that. So that's the beautiful part, is you want to learn all the different page builders out there when you're starting. And then once you learn all of the major ones, then you can see which one that you like. Because the bottom line is you're going to find one that you like. And let me take you to one of the ones that I really, really love. This one here, this is Gridbox. This is one of my go-to ones that I use, and they also have a lot of themes that you can that comes with the template, with the framework. Now, the thing that I love about Gridbox is it's very simple for you to be able to edit. So let's go to Try Editor, and then just going to log in here. So I spent a lot of times when I started. I spent so much time just testing every possible page builder out. If it's free, I give it a try, because what I'm looking for is how easy it is for me to build things fast. Can I build a complete website? And I see what add-ons that they have. So when I click to add a new plugin here, I see what are the available options of plugins that I can put. Now, these are plugins that gives you different features on your website. So you want to add a slide set, a gallery, an image, slideshow, different things. You kind of see how that's going to work in a real world situation too. So I'll just kind of scroll through here. So I'm going to click to edit this. And what I'm looking for is I'm just kind of looking for what do they offer. Each company have a different style. So let's take, for example, let's say Gridbox and SP Page Builder. So if you notice now, their layouts are different. Some of you may love how Gridbox look. You love how this layout is. Other people say, nah, I'm not, I don't really care much for it. I would prefer this type. So I'm going through each one and I'm just kind of clicking around. So feel free to click around a lot. You're not going to damage anything, especially when you are getting started. So as I click here, I can say, okay, well, the items for this one is on the left column here. Some people may like that, other people may not. As well as Gridbox, if you want to edit something, I click and it pops up, but I can move it around. I can drag things around. So I can go to the background, see, do I like how this look? Let me go to the layout. So I compare the layouts. I compare the sections. So let's say Gridbox and let's go to page builder. And so right now you go to style. You notice that they have similar items. So you have the general, you have the background. For this one, they have the style, you have the responsive. And I see how it looks. Okay, so this one's shape divider. I can be able to add some shapes at the top. This one has some shape divider too, but I can just scroll down. I can find it. But I'm going to hit the shape divider for this one. I'm looking to see, okay, I like how the page builder for this one look. Which one gets me the job done faster? Okay, that's the key thing. Which one can I learn and get the job going? Not in, 3 months. Like, I'm looking for something I can learn how to get done like within, a few days. Now, again, if you're getting started, a few days may seem like, oh my goodness, you can get overwhelmed. But if you want to do this professionally, then you got to really buckle down and really get to it. If you don't want to do it professionally, you want to hire people to do that, you still need to know how things work. So now you've gone through the page builders and you've seen the one that you like and you've demoed it out, you've tried it out, regardless of the one that you choose. The next thing now is you want to just try building something. So whenever you have the page builders done, or you've tested them out, just build anything. It really doesn't matter. The reason why you're building anything is you want to see how it feels for you. You want to see how it looks, and feel free to give people's comments and feedback. Again, I have courses that covers the page builders, how to use it. But I don't have a course yet for the U Pro, the U theme one here. I'm going to definitely get on going, but I've used a lot of their products though and absolutely love it. Okay, so now we are done with the page builders. What's next? Next is we want to take a look at niche. This is key. As I mentioned before, on my website, I specialize. I can design any type of website. I have clients that want, they want an e-commerce website. I have other clients that just want a sales funnel. I have other clients that want industrial. I have other clients that want like a video type of site. So you have to decide when you go over to, let's say, Joomla, or you go over to Joomla, or you go over to Rocket Theme, you have to decide what type of themes you want to create. Do you want to be a generalist where you just design every different types of theme? Or do you want to specialize in a specific industry? Some people specialize in a specific industry. They just do beauty. They would create different variations of beauty templates, but they're sticking with an industry. They don't want to do anything else. Now, there's a plus and a minus for both. The benefits of being a generalist where you can design, let's say like the youth theme here, you can buy any one of the templates, is when you design a general template, right, you can create for a lot of different industries. So you get to attract the masses. If your goal is for you to attract the masses, then you need to worry about, or you need to focus on just creating for different industries. And you can get started by looking at other template developers and seeing what they've done, for artists, for fashion, for e-commerce. So you go through them. Like this one have a category here. If you go over to the Joomla as well, you go to their templates, you see they have their own category as well. So all the template developers have multiple categories. Now let's say on the flip side, you did not want to be a generalist. Well, the benefit for that is you find an industry that you think is in high demand, right? Let's say for beauty, for example, or health, and you narrow down and work and build templates specifically just for that industry. Now, the blessings of that, or the bonus part of that, is anytime that people are looking for templates in that industry, you are going to be the go-to person. They're going to come to you because they know that you specialize in, whether it's the health or the beauty, that's your thing, right? So if other companies that they don't want the health or the beauty, or they don't want that industry that you focus on, they won't come to you. Now, that's kind of good, but that can be bad sometimes. So again, it's up to you. if you want to be a niche designer, or if you want to be a generalist designer. So once you've decided that, then you need to start to look at other template designers and just get a feel for what they're doing. Get a feel for the type of styles that, or the trends that's going on. Like, you can start your own trend. That's great. But you want to get a feel for how other people are designing, so you see what things look like. So you're not just, designing some nonsense thinking your stuff look good, right? So I've seen people who design a bunch of nonsense. So look at this, Matthew, what you think? I'm like, man, that looks horrible. I don't even know how you showed it to me. But anyway, so if you look at all these designs, you will notice that they are different, but yet they look professional and they look clean. So when you're building your themes, you want to make sure that they are very professional, clean, easy to navigate. They'll load quickly. People don't want to buy a theme where it takes 15 seconds to load. When someone click on the theme, it should load right away. It shouldn't take forever to load. Now, based on people's internet connection, sometimes that can have, an effect on there. But for the most part, when you click on a theme, it shouldn't take you forever to load, right? So you go through and you see the types that you want. So now you've decided the framework. You've decided the type of page builders. Now, I want to say something about that. You might be wondering, well, what if I like a template from one company, but I like a framework from another company, or a page builder from another company? Well, that's fine. These page builders, they will work with pretty much whatever you put them on, right? So even if most of them have their own framework, let's say, for example, Gridbox, it's a framework by itself. So when you install it, there's no need to install anything else because it just comes with it. Now, Page Builder, on the other hand, they have the Helix Framework, so you can buy Page Builder separately and then install it with any other framework. So let's say you like Page Builders, how to use it, but you like a template. Let's say you like a framework like T4 framework, but you like SP Page Builder. Well, you can integrate SP Page Builder with T4 framework and it's going to work just fine. So you got the framework, you got the page builders, and you've decided, do you want it to be a niche or general type of, templates club? So now that you've gotten that out the way, the next part we want to take a look at is selling it. How do you make the money from selling your templates? And I want to give you 3 ways that you can generate money with your templates. The first way for you to make money with your templates is simple: on your website. People come on your website, they can browse and see what you offer, and they just buy directly from you. Now, the benefit for that is that they're coming directly to you. For your profit margins is going to be a lot higher. When they come to you, you don't have to, they just come download it, they pay for it, and then of course they download it. So your profit margin, you have a lot of control over everything, absolutely everything. So the first method is you can sell it on your website like these guys do. You go on their website, you can sell it as individual template, or you can do a membership. We're going to take a look at the pricing in just a moment. So whether you want to do a membership or template, individual template based, that is up to you. Now, there's pluses and minuses for doing that way. So some people say, okay, you know what? I just want to offer one price where people can come in. They don't have to pay for this, for that. They can just pay one fee and they get access to everything. As for other people say, you know what? Like for me, with my templates, I don't have a membership for this, right now. So if someone wants to buy something specific, they would just come in and choose the design that they like, and they would just buy that design and go on. Now, the benefit of individual is that you can have more control over your pricing. What I mean by that is you can have a higher pricing if you're selling individuals, because you can incorporate a lot of different things in there, right? So that's one of the ways you can do it on your website. Another way you can do it too is what's called white label. So when you go to sites like Template Monster, they have a ton of different templates, and Joomla templates, here's one of them. So you can create your template, you can sell your templates on here for a fee, and you get, for a percentage. So you get a certain percentage every time that people buy your template. So that's another route too, is if you want to go ahead, or you can go to Theme Forest. It's another website that you can sell your templates, for profit. When people buy the templates, you get a certain percentage off of it. Now, the profit that you make, your margin is not going to be anywhere close to as if you were selling it on your own website, because of course you're using someone else's platform to do so. The third way that you can be able to make money selling your templates is you want to do what's called white label, which is what I do. I do a lot of white label designs. So you may go somewhere online and you see one of the designs that I've created, but you won't have my name on it. So companies, a lot of times, is if they want to build an in-house design team, they will hire external people. They'll outsource some things and they'll have you build the website for them. Once you build the website for them, then you can, you don't have to put your name on there. It's going to be as if that particular company built it, because they're paying you to build, whether it's from scratch or to customize something, and your name doesn't appear anywhere on there. So nobody knows that you did it. Now, usually when I build websites for clients, you see at the bottom there, I'll put my name on here with a link to my website so people know that, okay, this site was built by so-and-so. But now when you do a white label, you can't put your name or anything there. You're branding, nothing. You just design it for the company, and then you let them do whatever that they want, however they want to brand it, however they want to market it. They've paid you to design it or develop it. That's it. Nothing more. And you go your way, they go their way. Now, the benefit of white label is that you get to charge premium, right? You can get to charge premium because white labeling, it takes a lot of work for you to, do the sites, and you can work up an agreement with the company, and you just build it for them. I had companies reach out to me. I can just design, let's say, 3 templates for them, or they want me to design 5 or 6, or every month they need maybe 1 or 2 new templates, or every year they need a certain amount. So I just design it, and then they can be able to take that and do with it as they please. So doing white label is another way for you to do your templates club, for you to sell your templates out there. So next, we want to talk about your pricing strategy. How do you price your templates? This is going to vary on so many different levels. Now, I want to start off first with how I price my themes. If I'm doing a custom funnel, I look and see what exactly they need for that, right? But usually if I'm doing something custom for a client, it usually starts off maybe like around, $3,000 to $5,000 for me to be able to do something custom from scratch. So it goes up from there. Now, again, I'm starting at the $5,000 level because my experience, I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm not a rookie. I'm not just getting started. I know my stuff. So my price is not going to be the same as someone who's just getting started. I wouldn't recommend that you getting started and you're charging $3,000 to $5,000 to start building things for clients, because the quality of your work is going to show, your experience level is going to show based on the quality of your work. But because I've been doing it for such a long time, I can, demand and command those fees, and people, happy to pay that. Now, that's one way you can be able to do it. You can start off at the higher end, but before you get to the higher end, when you are selling it, you can do what other companies do. You want to see how much people are charging. Let's say, for example, Joomla Shaper here, they're charging for their person. They have 3 packages, and it's always good for you to create multiple packages for your clients. You can start off at the personal, business, developer. All template developers, they're going to have a similar structure to this one. So you see Joomla Shaper has this structure. Let's go over to Theme Forest, right? Any one of their templates, you can pay a certain amount for. I'm just going to click this one right here. But you can pay a certain amount for it, like you can pay $20. Because they're mass producing it, you pay $30-$40 per template, and you go over to let's say Template Monster, and you pay for the templates. Go to Joomla, and you pay $49 for the template. Now, this marketing strategy makes sense. If you want to focus on just individual templates, you sell them, this marketplace type, you can do that as well. Or if you want to do like a membership, like the U theme here, where you pay per month or annually, some people like that system. For Joomla, you can pay up to $8 or $9 a year. You get access to all their templates, and then you can create different packages. That's what you want to do, is you want to be able to create different features based on the type of package that they choose. Now, if you're getting started, you may not have a ton of different features, but you can offer something different, right? So even if you just start off with just 3 packages where you can charge monthly, you can charge quarterly, you can charge, twice a year, you can charge yearly, but you want to offer different packages. And it is going to be up to you to use your creativity to see how you want to word what each feature comes for each package. So they have, the Pro, the Plus, Developer, and they have the Ultimate Developer. So you got to be creative when you are doing your pricing strategy. So you go through each one again. You can do individual like me, where people hire you and they pay you the big bucks to get stuff done, or they can just pay you like $40 for every 3 months or whatever, $60, $100. Again, that's based on the structure that you want to go. So 3 months, you pay $59 for 3 months, which is not bad. For this one here, you pay $89 a year, which is okay. This one here, $5 billed annually. So again, it's based on the strategy that you want to go. You decide for that one. But if you're getting started, I would say create 3 packages and just kind of go with a simple layout for what each package comes with. So finally, we want to take a look at update and support. Whenever you're building templates, you have to make sure that they get updated on a regular basis, because things change, upgrades come in, you have issues, bugs. That is just part of it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to start a templates club and you don't update your templates but every 6 months. That is just way too long. I have seen people who started a templates club and they don't update their templates at all. You purchase it, you have a lot of bugs, have a lot of issues, and you can't get support. Now, let me say this about support. If you're going to start a templates club, you have to have impeccable support. Your support have to be great, because you don't want people to buy your stuff. They'll buy your templates, and when they need help how to install it, they have this is not working, they cannot get in touch with you. They get frustrated, they get angry, and guess what? An angry client will make sure that 3,000 people hear about how frustrated that they got because of you. So you want to make sure that you're providing great support. You need to have a forum, or you have to have some way for your clients to get in touch with you. For me, they can come on my website. They can click to contact me. I have ways for them to contact me. I also do training, which makes my prices high, because once I create a website for clients, I teach them how to update it if they want to do some tweaks. You may not have the time to offer that service, or you may want to offer that. I know with some of the template developers, they don't have the time to do training, because they're so busy. They just want to create as many templates. I know for some of these developers, they have one theme that they're trying to build each month to release. So when you're trying to meet that type of schedule, you won't have the time to teach your clients how to edit. So you want to invest in video tutorials where people can be able to go, they can be able to learn how to edit themselves, how to make the changes. Then you can do a premium where if they want you to edit it for them, if they want you to work on it, then it's a little bit more. For example, when I have someone come in and buy one of my themes, if they want me to edit it, my rate is going to be different, because I built it from scratch and I know where everything is and I can work on it for them. So you have to find ways to make sure that you're providing quality support to your clients. I cannot stress that enough. If you launch a business with any business and you don't provide the support that your clients need, especially with their website, they will find you, they will hunt you down. They will go on Twitter, they will put you on blast. They will ruin your reputation, go to Google, leave horrible reviews and this and that. Now, I learned that the hard when I first started. One of the mistakes that I made, or one thing that I learned, is that I did so many templates in the beginning that I could not support or provide the quality support that I was given. So the business suffered, you know. And I learned that because I couldn't support all those clients the way that they needed to be. That's why I don't do a ton of websites now anymore. I just handpick a few for a month. Sometimes I have clients for the year, and I just work on their projects for them. So I'm not stressing myself trying to, update 15, 20 different websites, at a time. So that's how you get things done. Now, I hope that this has been helpful to you. If you are interested in going a little bit more, now this what I give it as a crash course. Matter of fact, it's a really crash course because there's so many other things that I didn't even get to talk about. Get to talk about how do you do your training? What are the different pricing levels that you can be able to choose? How can you upsell people to things to, different stuff? What about web hosting? There are a lot of clients that are coming to me and asking, and they will come to you as well. When you build a website, they're going to naturally just ask you, well, where can I host it? There's so much opportunity right now for you to make money with a template club because new businesses that have never been online are being birthed every single day. Now, I don't have the statistics here, but I know there are lots of sites that need someone to redesign, to build. So this is a really good industry for you to get into. If you need someone to help you, you can go to my website and you can book one of my trainings there, and we can go through everything that you need to get started in an in-depth way. So I do this for individuals and also for companies that want to train their team how to really get in the game the right way. So if you have any questions, I would do the best that I can to answer them. But I also recommend and just, check out my website. I have a lot of different tools on there that covers a whole lot of different things that you need to learn how to do. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you have a game plan in place to launch this, because this is going to be a very lucrative year and a lucrative business for you.